Welcome back, everyone. We are
Welcome
Soul of a Gamer.
Yes.
My name is Scott Nell.
And I'm Stephen McGee. And every week we play a different video game. We give our own different unique challenges. We try out different playthroughs, different whatever style we want to play it as.
Last week's game, we hope you enjoyed it. What did we play last week?
It's Two Worlds.
Two Worlds, that's right. We played Two Worlds.
It was bad.
It was
good
bad,
at the
but
same
good.
time.
Yeah, we really enjoyed and hated that game, every second of it. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do guys like what we do and like our shows, please go on Spotify, YouTube, whatever kind of Google Podcasts, iTunes Podcasts, whatever, Apple Podcasts,
Yeah, Apple Podcasts.
whatever program you're watching us on, and just give us a good review or a bad review. Just give us any feedback at all. Tell us games you want to play, anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big help to us. You know, it really gets us up there, gets people listening a little bit more. And we like reading your comments, too, so leave a comment.
Exactly. I don't want my wife to be the only one who comments. So.
Yeah, seriously, it's getting a little sad.
But thank you for everyone who has given us likes or subscribes or been following us and listening to every episode. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah. All right, so this week's game was Maneater.
Maneater.
Whoa, here she comes.
I won't mess it up this time.
No. I'm just going to do that part because I thought you would mess it up.
I was actually going to let you go.
No. Maybe at the end. So Maneater was an incredibly fun game to play.
Oh, God.
Incredibly fun.
Seriously, this game is just so ridiculous in every way, in the best ways.
Yeah. There were a few things I didn't like, but we'll get into that when we talk a little bit more about the story mode. So Maneater is a game where you are a shark.
It is a RPG shark game.
Yeah, so you're building up your sharkliness and becoming a mega shark.
Yes.
Yeah, so in becoming a mega shark, you're eating a lot of people, a lot of fish, a lot of other sharks, a lot of turtles, a lot of things.
Seals, sperm whales.
Destroying boats.
Destroying boats, eating boats. You get a ton of people.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to eat a ton of people.
You have to eat a ton of people.
Yeah, the game starts out really fucked up, too. You're like the mama shark at first, and you get captured by a boat after you eat a bunch of people, which sounds like your fault. That honestly sounds like your fault.
Maybe.
Yeah. So you're the mama shark, and you get captured, and then they just cut your belly open. And they take the baby out and just mark it and throw it back in the ocean. But before they do it, you eat somebody's hand off. So I guess you get some revenge.
Which, this game is actually really crazy because the whole premise of the game is basically there's a shark hunter TV series that's going on the entire...
Oh, yeah, that's right. And it's voiced by the guy who plays Cyril Figgis and Jerry and Rick and Morty and Archer.
Yep, Chris Parnell.
Yeah, Chris Parnell.
And it's awesome because it starts out just exactly that. It starts out like an old shark show with this guy, big, giant, muscular guy out.
Cajun.
Cajun shark hunter. He's like, oh, yes, I go out there and I get all the sharks before they kill the people and blah, 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 blah. It's just normal shark hunter bullshit. And it's actually kind of really campy, kind of fun shark hunter kind of... Like, I would watch this guy's shark hunter episodes.
Yeah, it was a fun game. Going through the game, I had a lot of fun. Like, the level up system's really good.
It really is.
It really is. It was hard at first. Obviously, you're a baby shark going into the world, and I was getting destroyed by alligators. But
yeah,
once I got bigger, those alligators could fuck right off.
Exactly.
It was great.
Yeah, one of the things I really like about this game, you start out pretty strong as the mom for a little bit. It gives you a little bit of kind of like tutorial time as the mom, and you start out as an adult shark. But when you get ripped open and the baby comes out and you become the baby shark, and that's who you're playing as the entire game.
And then the whole game soundtrack is Baby Shark.
No. that would make this game horrible.
Yeah. It's not, but it should be.
No, it shouldn't be. No. But yeah, it's really just incredible, this whole progression system, because it starts you out strong to get you to like, all right, this is where I could be at some point. And then you start, and then it goes back to where you're weak again, and then you progress past where the mom actually was.
Yeah, and I really like that when games do that. Dragon Age 2 did that. You start out in the game as like almost max power, which you're gonna with the best weapons and everything. But it turns out it's all like a dream, and then you want to get to that point. I think that giving that little slice of this is what you could be is really cool for games.
I like this, though, because it's not only just like what you could be, but you get to pass even that. So you get to even... Because like a lot of times in games like that, it does show you max power, what you can do, and then you only get to that point. This shows you, hey, you're going to be an adult shark at some point, But then you're gonna pass that even
You're
more.
Go
and
even bigger.
Further.
Because I think
crazier builds.
I think she was an adult, and you go to elder.
You go to elder and then mega.
Yeah, so there's like 5 classes. It's like young.
It's baby, teen, adult, elder, mega.
Yeah. So and as you level up, you go or reach milestones. I think milestones and leveling up do that.
Yeah, it's leveling up and milestones depending on how many hunters you kill, and that's how you get a lot of your body modifications. Through the hunters that you kill, which there's 10 hunters in the game. They're
really weak, except for the ones that have the stupid electrical thing, which was a little annoying. Yeah. But once you become the electrical shark, it doesn't injure you anymore.
Just
I think it heals you.
I think the electrical shark was probably the bio shark is my favorite.
Oh, shark. My favorite was the one with all the armor on it because it just destroyed ships.
Oh, the bone shark is best for destroying ships. The bio shark, the electrical shark, is the one that's best for groups of enemies. Yeah. And then like one-on-one combat, the shadow shark is actually the best.
Yeah, shadow shark is a poison shark, so you're poisoning your
and
enemies.
Lifesteal.
Yeah. So that was pretty sweet. I ran poison for a long time until I switched to bone finally. When I got bio, I used it, but I didn't like it as much. It's sweet. It's cool that you can shoot electricity at things, but it wasn't like I was dying like 10 seconds.
It is perfect for I liked it just for destroying boats a lot.
Yeah.
Because you just did that dodging thing that shot off the electricity out of the water, and it would shoot the boats, and you would just keep jumping out of the water around the boat, and eventually it would destroy it.
I like doing that, just ramming the boats, though. Ramming the boats
is fun, too.
One thing I hated about this game, though, was the targeting system. Horrible.
Yeah,
horrible
it's another one of those targeting systems where your targeting system is also your camera system. Yeah. So you get, especially at the younger ages, I feel like you get caught on the camera a lot.
Yeah, and the targeting system doesn't stay.
No.
So you target on something, and then you go a little bit past it, and you lose a target, and you have to target again. And that's really annoying if camera angles just shifting around constantly in battle. That was just one of the most annoying parts of that game. I kept getting so frustrated at.
Yeah, it's definitely that. And there are times where it gets a little repetitive here and there, but you can mix up the way you do it. And honestly, the exploring's really easy, and there's a ton of pop culture references throughout all of that.
I mean, I never figured out how to open up the gates, but I think I had to tail whip them, and I kept trying to bite them.
You could just bash into them. You could bite them.
I tried biting them. It would not open up.
You could just ram into them, too.
Well, not like those gates, the water gates.
Oh, the big giant gates.
Yeah.
I tried for like an hour one day
to open them up. Yeah,
I kept on there's that one where there's a button on the top.
Yeah, they all have a button.
Yeah, and I would jump up there and I would hit it everything. I would even do it as the Bioshark. I was like, maybe an electric charge needs to hit it, and I was like,
I didn't try it post game because I did all the achievements and stuff in the actual game. But maybe post game you can open them. But maybe I'll go back in and try a post game playthrough and see what happens with the gates. But it's not like you need to. The gates are just helpful sometimes, but you have that quick travel system, which is a really good quick travel system.
It really is.
You can only quick travel to the
9 locations in the 9 areas.
Yeah, then it's like your home base on each location.
It's called the grotto.
Yeah,
it's your safe home. It's it's actually really, really pretty zones. It's like you go into this cave and then it's really vivid colors, really bright colors.
There's a dead submarine underneath there every time for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know either.
I love the you find shit at the bottom of the ocean too. That was my favorite place in that was actually the open
big ocean. Yeah.
Because you spend your first part of there in a swamp, and then you go into like a shitty irradiated shit zone.
Yep.
And then into like a rich, richer zones, and then finally you go into the ocean, and the ocean is so sweet.
It really is.
You find the Statue of Liberty. No, not Statue of Liberty. The Greek. Oh yeah, you do find the Statue of Liberty.
In the ocean, there's the Stonehenge.
Yeah.
SpongeBob's house is down there.
Oh yeah, it's really tiny too.
Yeah, it's just a pineapple and it's got windows and stuff. It's
so funny.
Definitely an homage to it. What else was down there?
I'm pretty sure the Statue of Liberty was down there.
I can't remember. I think you might be right.
Yeah,
I knew there was something. Oh, and there's the kaiju opening.
Oh yeah, the kaiju opening.
That was
moving.
Hilarious. There's like a giant gate at the bottom, and it's got bars on it, and there's yellow light coming from it, and something's pushing it like it's trying to break open.
And I'm like, break open, bitch! I'll fucking take you right now. I'm a fucking mega.
I think the kaiju would still
No. I beat humans.
I gotta say, of all the battles in this game, I think the killer whale was by far the hardest battle.
Yeah, in the
orca inside the SeaWorld
only
area.
because he's got a lot of mobility on him. It was that mobility that was killing me because the sperm whale was super easy to kill.
Super easy.
Like, so each area has like a boss.
It's an apex predator in each area.
And one of them is a sperm whale, and one of them is a killer whale, an orca. And the orca is just really fast and really like he's a really aggressive AI type, whereas the sperm whale is not a really aggressive AI type.
Yeah.
But the sperm whale it's weird. It seems small.
It was a little small, it seemed like.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the sperm whales in the game because they're regular sperm whales too. They all seem tiny to me. But you could kill anything, so.
You really could.
Yeah. So those were like boss battles. Then the hunters were interesting. So you had to kill people to get the hunters to show up. And then you sink boats of those hunters to get... Oh, sorry. The regular hunters. And then you have special hunters. But then you sink the regular hunters' boats to get the special hunters to show up.
Yeah.
And that was kind of annoying because you had to sink a lot of fucking boats. And the boats get tougher as you get more and more up there.
It's kind of like a GTA wanted system.
Yeah.
Like, you have to kill enough people for hunters to come after you. They'll call the hunters or whatever. They'll come after you, start shooting you. And progressively, as you kill more hunters and kill more people, your wanted level kind of goes up in a way. And you get stronger hunters, stronger boats, bigger boats, and you get the special hunters.
Yeah.
And there's 10 special hunters supposed to fight before... Or 9 special hunters supposed to fight before you actually fight Pete for the last time.
I mean, you can defeat the hunters really easily. You just blow up the top of the boat and then grab them. Yeah, well, I mean, you have to get the top of the boat sometimes because they're inside, but then you just eat them and they're done. That's it. That's the final encounter.
Yeah.
You just literally grab them because the hunters aren't shit next to a shark.
No.
Yeah. Some of the things I really liked about the game, so the movement in the game is actually really sweet.
Yes.
Like, going up above water was really sweet. You could jump so fucking high.
And the extra jump dash in the air made it so ridiculous.
You had like a triple jump at one point, and it's just amazing. You could stay on land for a good like 45 seconds. That was really fun, jumping on land and just eating people.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of things you had to find. So some of the challenges were finding these relics. Like we mentioned, SpongeBob's house, Statue of Liberty. I think they have the Stonehenge and the Greek like Colosseum or something weird like that. The Greek building of some kind.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of cool stuff that you can find that just looks sweet.
Then they also just have a bunch of Easter eggs, a bunch of pop culture Easter eggs in the game that a lot of people didn't even like realize at first. Like in the sewers, you can actually find Pennywise.
Oh, can you? Oh, yeah. I did see the clown.
Yeah. So it's like, it's in a gated sewer, so you can't actually go to that area. But if you look through like this little slits in the gate, you see Pennywise with a red balloon.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there like...
I was like, I thought you were just a regular clown, because the guy was like, killer clowns often spawn in the sewers. So I was like, oh, it just must be, it's either Pennywise or just a fucking regular clown.
Oh, yeah, and there's Cthulhu references in it, too.
Yeah.
There's that giant statue that's a homage to Cthulhu, and Chris Parnell's like, many people here use this, it's okay if you want to use a ritual to the old great ones.
Yeah. I thought they did a really good job with some of that stuff, but there's other stuff to grab too. You'll have those license plates. Mm-hmm. So you have to grab license plates in an area, and if you wanted to complete this game, by the way, 10 hours. Yeah. I was 10 and a half hours on my gameplay. I checked at the end.
You can 100% everything.
Yeah, I did.
Every collectible, get every achievement in under 10 hours.
Yeah, and that's really nice about this game, but it kind of ruins its replayability for me. Because I'm like, all right, well, I'm already Apex, and I had fun getting to this level, but I wouldn't want to go back.
Yeah, it's not a lot of replayability. It's more of... But that's why, I think that's why it wasn't a full-cost game either.
Yeah.
It's only a $40 game in comparison to a $60 game.
Yeah, but I would have rather paid, like, I don't know, $10 for it. I think a $10 game would be...
I mean, I've paid $60 for campaigns that are 4 hours before. I mean, Resident Evil 3 Remake, I think they said the average first playthrough is 5 hours.
Oh, man.
And that's a full remake of a game, like... And those games are amazing, and they're beautiful, and they're gorgeous, but they took out a lot of things from the original and added some things into it or whatever, and it does have replayability, but you're only playing a 5-hour campaign.
Yeah, it's not worth the $60.
It's not a 10-hour campaign where you can get every achievement.
Yeah. I think that's where people like spend all that big money, though, is on those achievements, because they want, like, if you play the Halo 2... or the Halo Anniversary or whatever, the big one that has all the Halos on it, there's like 700 achievements on there.
Yeah.
So you could do all the achievements for 7,000 gamer score, I guess, but do you really want to do that? If you're spending $60, some people will, I won't. That's too hard.
Me and my wife have actually been achievement hunting quite a bit recently.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Zach does a lot of achievement hunting, our buddy Zach.
Yeah.
And his gamer score is ridiculous, but I'm just like, why would you want to do some of these things?
I think his is around like 104,000.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's not crazy, because I think Ray from
his
Achievement Hunter, it was like 1 million or some bullshit.
I saw a picture, because he got inducted into the Xbox Hall of Fame.
Did he?
Yeah, recently.
Oh, man.
For having as high of a gamer score as he had. Anybody who has ridiculous gamer scores can sign up to try to see if they can get in the Xbox Hall of Fame. And I saw a picture from 3 years ago, and he had 500,000 gamer score 3 years ago.
So that's 5,000 games, by the way, because the average gamer score is 1,000 a game. So at the very least, 5,000 a game. Yeah, that's just insane. I can't believe people have that much time on their hands. I could not do it.
I mean, that's his job. That's all
true,
he does is play games.
And that's how
he got a company called Achievement Hunter.
Well, he did. He's not working there anymore. But that's how he got that job, too, is gamer score was so high, they're like, this guy might be fun to put in a video.
Right.
You know, because when you see, like, really good people versus really bad people, it's really funny.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, but this game, you can get it done. 10 hours was so great, though. I did like that about the game. Two Worlds, you know, kind of burned us out. A 22-hour game. We go in, we do all this stuff, and we barely like the game going through it. So 22 hours seemed like a lot, but I'm sure with the game we'd like, 22 hours would be fine.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a nice refresher to go into the next game to have a 10-hour playthrough and to get everything done.
And, you know, I even say that, like, even 20 hours is just kind of be too long of a game. Because, like, even, like, The Last of Us 2, that's an amazing game, and it's an amazing series. I played the first one 7 times. That's how much I love that game, but the second one being a 30-hour campaign is the reason why I haven't finished that game.
Well, you know, and I like 30-hour campaigns. Like Mass Effect 3 was one of my favorite games that came out until the ending. But 35 hours, I think, is your time to get everything done in there. And Knights of the Old Republic, that's about a 20-hour game.
Those are a lot of games that have a lot of side quests and stuff, though. Like, Last of Us is just...
Not just side quests, there's a lot of content. Like, a lot of history in it. You can learn some cool things. You can read some
I'm just
cool
saying,
things.
like, RPG style versus, like, normal style of game. RPG style, you're always going to be able to put 100 hours into the game without...
I mean, I've been doing Kingdom Hearts, and I'm at 100 hours now, and that's horrifying. And I still haven't finished it, so...
I started replaying Skyrim after our 2 Worlds game just because I wanted to play a good RPG again.
It's terrible because it takes so long, but once you get up there in levels, you fucking kill everything.
Exactly.
But yeah, in Kingdom Hearts 2, you're just... I don't know. They added some stuff in the remake version, and it's so hard. There's a boss in there I just cannot beat. But I watch people online beat him. I'm like, how do you do that, guys? And I thought, like, I should raise my defense stat, and it didn't help. He's doing the same damage. So I'm thinking I just need to learn to dodge more.
Probably.
But
maybe.
Yeah. This game is not your ideal RPG. Again, there's not a lot of customization. There's 3 armor choices: the poison armor, the electric armor, and the bone armor, and they're all, you know, like we said, one's for one-on-one combat, one's for many enemies, and one's for boats.
You can mix and match them, though. You can kind of Frankenstein your own shark, because you get a head piece, a tail piece, the fin piece, and the body.
I think there's 5 pieces.
Or 5 pieces.
I don't remember what the last one.
I can't remember either. But yeah, it's 5 pieces of the armor, so you can put two dorsal fin.
Dorsal fin. So you have the dorsal fin, and you have the 2 fins on the side. So those 2 are separate.
If anyone is wondering, it's a bull shark you play as.
Yeah. Great whites are bullshit. You kill a bunch of great whites in there. It's awesome.
Yeah, you do, actually. Yeah. You kill a bunch of great whites, you kill a bunch of makos.
Because I think bull sharks are bigger.
I can't remember if they're bigger, but they're more aggressive, if I remember right. I think my favorite shark is a cat shark, but that's just because of how friendly they are.
Oh, I don't have a favorite shark because I'm not a loser.
I used to work at the world's largest pet store, so...
And I didn't because, I've always had aspirations to better myself and never just be at a pet store.
Yeah, I didn't have any aspirations at that time in my life. I'm not even going to deny that at all. I just wanted to have a job.
True. It's good to have a job, guys. I'm not saying don't get a job. I'm just saying don't go to the fucking largest pet store in the world or whatever.
That was a great job. That was a really fun, besides it was some of the people I worked with. But.
Yeah, but, the customizations, you can do, what are they, the 3 special customizations. They're basically giving you extra powers.
Oh, yeah, so you can have 3 activated at one time, but there's like 7 different options you can choose
there's
for them.
like 10 of them, I think.
There's the sonar one, which is just
the best.
You have to have
first,
that
it's shit.
Yeah.
But I got to level 5, and I'm like, this is how you find all the extra stuff. Because I was like, how the fuck are you supposed to find all this shit?
Oh, yeah, and finding collectibles, upgrade your sonar. It will revolutionize.
Oh yeah, and we should mention that there's a big upgrade element in that game.
Oh yes.
Like each piece of armor can be upgraded. Every time you eat a fish, you'll get like supplies. Every time you eat a human, you'll get supplies for it. You'll have 3 different variants of supply. Well, 4, but 3 that matter, and 1 that's like for the last upgrades.
There's the like aggressive fish genes, so that's the red gene. There's the bio genes, that's the blue gene or whatever, and that's like the turtles and kind of those kind of creatures. And then there's the yellow, that's the...
it's like a sciencey one.
Yeah, it's a sciencey one. I can't remember. I don't remember the names of the genes. I just knew I eat the red ones to get the red genes. I eat the blue ones to get the blue genes. And
each armor has a different thing you have to upgrade. So you need the red genes for the bone, I think, the yellow genes for the electric one, and the blue genes for the poison one.
And honestly, if you're just swimming around and just eating as you're swimming to every location, you won't run out of supplies.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a game where you have to just continuously like, oh, I gotta go find like 15 turtles to get enough blue. It's like, no, there's creatures everywhere, and as long as you're eating all the time.
And you get supply crates too, which give you a bonus.
Lot.
There's like average between 8 and 15 supply crates per area.
Yes.
So you'll be getting enough shit to finish the game. Like I said, I had to spend an extra maybe 30 minutes leveling up just to get the last hunter, because you don't have to fight the special hunters to beat the game.
No.
So, but you should to get the achievement, and then you get also all the upgrades, which is another achievement. Yeah. At the end of the game, I needed to do 3 things. It was beat the game and kill the last hunter, and that added for 2 achievements for me. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had killed all the hunters before I went to the last boss, just because that's how you get all of your big upgrades. Yeah. That's how you get all your body pieces.
Well, no, you only need to kill 109 to get all the body pieces.
Oh, yeah, I guess
because the last one gives you a sweet upgrade, though. It's like 10% or 20% health.
Yeah.
And something like defense stats. And I was like, this is fucking sweet. I'm doing this.
Yeah, one of the other active abilities that you can have is every time you eat something, you gain health. Yeah. Which is perfect for when you're fighting the hunters, because you can just go in,
jump on top of the ship,
top of them, destroy a bunch of ships, and as soon as you start getting low in health, a lot of the ships that you destroyed will have just random like swimmers or divers or hunters around. You just kill and eat them. And I gotta say, some of the combat things, like when you're bigger than something, there's a thrash mechanic.
Oh yeah.
And I love the thrash mechanic. You use the analog stick and you jiggle it when you're bigger than a creature, and it does a bunch of extra bonus
you
damage.
Jiggle it like you would jiggle your penis when you're jerking off.
So, and you just go.
Well, I don't know if that's how you jerk off your own penis, but
no, I was saying the thrash mechanic is like that. I don't want to show people how I jerk off.
But you used your mouth for it, so I assume you're using your mouth.
I don't jerk off with my mouth.
I'm gonna say he uses his mouth to jerk off.
I'm not Marilyn Manson. I didn't remove 2 of my ribs.
I don't know if he actually did that. I think that's a rumor.
That's just a rumor. I don't know if it's a rumor or not.
Who cares if he sucks his own dick, I guess.
I mean, more power to him.
More power to him. I think my least favorite part in the game was when you kill Pete's son. That kind of made me sad. I'm like, this guy seems like he's trying to save the world. Why the hell do we kill him?
And it wasn't even like an easy death or anything.
No,
like a
he
quick
blew
death.
the
You
fuck
blew
up.
The fuck out of him.
Yeah,
like,
so
oh my god.
His son is like a marine biologist, and Pete's a dick shark hunter. And in the beginning, when you get your mom's stomach open, and he pulls you out, he cuts you, and then you cut off you
bite off his left arm.
Yeah, the Pete's arm. And then his son's like, why did you cut him? He's like, so I can see him for later. And you're just like, what? No, let's not see him later. It's going to be pissed.
Exactly.
His son was like the smartest man. He's like, I'm only doing this to get closer to my dad. He's kind of a dick.
Basically. And like every time you see him, you're just like...
You're rooting for him.
You're just like... You really just hate the bad guy in it, but then like you as the shark end up killing his son like halfway through the game, or like 3/4 into the game, you end up killing his son, and it's just like, holy crap.
Yep. And like every once they'll have missions that you have to do. Like we said, find all the license plates, open all the supply crates, get the secret areas. One of the missions is consistently check on Pete.
Yes.
So you'll do that every like 2 levels or something, every 2 areas. You'll check on Pete. And you'll see how he's doing. So you get a little bit of update on Pete and like the camera crew that's following him and on his son. And then one of the updates is you fucking just confront the shit out of him and you kill his son.
Which honestly, like...
and you bite off his leg.
Yeah, that's true.
I think 1 or 2 of them. I don't know.
Yeah, you do one of his legs, I think. And honestly, one of the things that's really cool about the game is this is one of the games with really good cutscenes, actually. Like,
Yeah.
I really enjoy these cutscenes. Like,
It's like the exact opposite of last week.
Exactly.
Literally, there's cutscenes in the game, and Cyril Figgis is just fucking narrating all over the place on them.
Like, at one point, like, after you do kill his son, and he's, like, going after the shark, and the camera crew is, like, following him, is like, are you seriously gonna go after that shark? And he's like, yeah, get the fuck out of my way. And you're just like, whoa.
Yeah,
like,
and one of the
damn.
things, he's got like a bucket, and he's like, it's shark bait, mate. And it says like super poison on it. It's just like, what? Because they don't want him to poison the ocean. But you know what? Fuck the ocean. That shark killed his son.
I mean, I don't know if it's room to fuck the entire ocean.
but
Just
that's
fuck
just
that one shark.
No. Fuck the ocean.
But it's one of those things again where it's like, who's right in this scenario?
Nobody.
Because Pete first killed the shark, your mom, and then you killed his son, and now he's trying to kill you. It's one of those things that's like a triple, double revenge thing. I gotta get revenge on you for this, but you gotta get revenge on me for this, and we don't know who's right.
Yeah, there's no good guy or bad guy. You're just a fucking animal eating humans.
You're a shark.
Yeah, it's great. The grottos are, like he said, really cool. I loved going to the grottos. And so you can only quick travel to the grottos, which was something I did not like. Because I felt like I wanted to go to this area, which was far from the grotto.
Yeah.
I have to quick travel to the grotto and then swim all the way there.
It kind of sucks, but at least it gave you time to get a lot more food in on the way.
Oh, I never did that. I just used the supply crates all the time.
Because I know some people talked about grinding in this game, but you don't really have to grind as long as you
just the hunters.
The hunters are the only grind.
Yeah, because you have to actually kill a certain amount before a supreme hunter will appear.
But I mean, that kind of happens even naturally in the game because you get a lot of missions to like go to this area and kill 10 humans, or go to this area and kill 12 humans, and which I mean that's just
it's only
always
natural
fun.
if you don't run from the hunters afterwards.
Which I gotta say, the fish out of water flop mechanics in this game are so freaking hilarious. Jumping onto land and just flopping around, just like eating people on sidewalks, and like
my favorite is they just sit there.
Oh,
they're like, ah, and then they lie down, and you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, I forgot another pop culture reference on the ocean.
What?
There's a small little island that barely comes out of the water that's just got like one tree on it, and it's got a rock formation that says help, and it has a raft, and it's supposed to be for castaway.
Yeah, because he mentions Wilson in the thing. He's like, if you ever have a volleyball who's your best friend, seek medical attention. And it's God, Cyril in that game, or Chris Parnell, he was so funny.
He makes this game.
Yeah, it was just so good having that narrator over everything you did. It was so great. But he does repeat himself a lot in there.
He does, but one of the cool mechanics of this game is actually all of his narrations are based off of your acts.
Yeah.
So certain things you do cause certain narration points, and they are randomized, so you don't try to hear them that often, or you only hear ones that repeat every so often. But it's just so cool the way that they did that.
Yeah.
And like seriously, every time you find a landmark, every time you find Pete, every time you like kill a bunch of hunters or killing random people on the land, he says something that just makes you laugh. And
it's great. And you know what's funny is you go through that whole game, and at the beginning you were just so shitty. You can't kill anything. Even like the smallest things are like destroying you. And then at the end,
you're like, God damn it, no!
And then at the end, you go back to the first area and you're like, I am a fucking beast.
I'm God.
Die, alligators. I killed so many alligators. I spent a lot of time after getting to Mega just going back and killing alligators because they pissed me off so much in the first part of the game.
Oh, yeah.
God, it was so annoying.
I didn't start getting all the collectibles and stuff until I got, I think, to at least adult shark.
Yeah, adults when you really can start doing it. Elders, like the point when you can, because you can only open certain areas with elder mode.
There's even a lot of the sewer areas, like the sewer maze areas, that have just either a lot of enemies or a lot of like bigger enemies, or like there's a bunch of like, you'll be like, oh cool, there's a ton of fish down here.
Yeah.
Or like the albino fish that are really, oh yeah.
They give you the special stuff that you need for your last 2 upgrades on each thing.
But there'll also be like 3 great whites and 2 makos and all this other shit down there, and when you get pummeled by that much all at once, it's
a little hard, eventually like you thrash and they can't get out.
Yeah.
Like you're so big they can't escape. It's great.
Other thing I like to do is if you have something smaller, like even like when you get to adult shark size, get a human in your mouth, jump out of the water with them, and you do different animations when you're eating them and stuff. Like you'll throw them up in the air and then they'll like chomp off their head, or this game is gory as fuck.
There's a lot of blood.
There's blood everywhere. It's so perfect.
Yeah.
This game a lot of times gets compared to Jaws Unleashed, which everyone says that this is way more polished and way more fun, and you get to go to more ridiculous. But people actually wanted almost more ridiculousness out of this game. Like, wanted to go further. Like, I want lasers on my back.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking of at the end. I'm like, do you just keep growing until...
That would be awesome.
Yeah, honestly. I thought maybe you just keep growing until you're too fucking big for the ocean or something. That would have been sweet. But they decided to cap it.
Dumb fight with like a kaiju or something. Like they.
Yeah, that would have been a sweet DLC. I think to add like you growing to an enormous size and fighting a kaiju. But they didn't. They cap your level at 30. You can reach 30 fairly early in the game too. It's like I reached it in the 4th area. But you don't grow necessarily. But like I think level 15 is your or level 10 is your teen. Level 15 or 20 you go to adult, and then it's milestones after that.
I think so, yeah.
So you have to beat Pete that first time to get to Mega, and then before that to get to Elder, you have to finish one of the areas. Yeah. So that's kind of cool in that regard. You can get all the way to 30, but don't do that in the first area because you're not going to be Mega in the first area.
No.
So...
And it's honestly not worth grinding in the first couple of areas. Just progress through the game. Do all the events.
Yeah.
Do all of...
what you can with the side quests, because I had to come back to the first area and the second area because I wasn't an Elder yet and I couldn't open certain things. I didn't jump high enough either.
There are a lot of the sewer areas that can only be opened as Elder.
By the way, sewers are fucking sweet.
Yeah, they were.
They go like all over the place. The sewers and the caves. Yes. You'll find these underwater caves in the game, and they look sweet, and there's random stuff down there, and you can go through it and like go from one area to the next, and you'd be like, how the fuck did I get here? I thought that was really cool, like adding like that underground element. Oh, yeah. It's almost like going in Minecraft.
It really made the exploration way more unique and way more fresh. It wasn't just out in the ocean or in the middle of the water where everything's just blue, and you're like, oh, look, there's a fish. Oh, look, there's a fish. It's like, oh... I'm swimming through this cave system. Now I'm going through this labyrinth of a maze of this sewer system and going from this place to this place and having to find all these things. And it actually made the exploration really fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with the exploration of the game. Some of the creatures I was kind of like, man, they could have done a better job. They could have added more stuff in here. Because I felt like at a certain point you had 15 different kinds of fish and that's all you saw.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't any dolphins. There wasn't any... other kinds of sharks. There wasn't much as far as even like the different varieties of fish. Like they definitely could have done more.
Yeah, they could have put more fish in there.
And I think honestly, with as much as praise as this game's getting, if they do a sequel, it's going to be bigger.
Yeah,
it's going
I
to
think
be
so.
better.
I hope
it's going to go way more out there. Like,
yeah, because one of the things you miss when you're in the ocean is you see like schools of fish and stuff. Like you'll see them still, but they're all the same kind of fish. There's no like mix and match there really. Not as much as you would imagine seeing in the ocean.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, there's basically just like Scott said, like 15 different kinds of fish in the game, and I mean, as far as the ocean variety in the real world, there's hundreds of thousands of varieties of different fish and stuff in it. So
and it would be cool to see a little bit more when you're underneath the water. The divers were really fucking annoying too.
Oh god, the divers sucked.
So fighting the boats, when you get to a certain point, they start sending divers after you, and you're just trying to focus on the boats, and they're fucking diving and shooting at you with guns, harpoon guns underwater. I'm like, god damn it, get out of here. I died a few times in that game, not a crazy amount, but the dying system's nice too because it doesn't send you back to like a save point.
Yeah.
It's like Two Worlds. It sends you to a respawn point, one of the grottos, and you can continue on your way, which is really nice. I don't like games that send you back to save points.
And one of the things that's nice about this game too is you are faster than everything in this game. So even if you are getting into a pinch and you don't want to die, you can outrun everything in this game. And you can outrun it, heal up a little bit, go right back into it. Everything's still at the same health. It doesn't reset everything.
Yeah.
Which is also just awesome.
Well, it does reset if you die.
Yeah, it resets if you die, and it resets if you stay underwater long enough for the hunters to leave or something like that. But it doesn't reset if you like go to a little area, eat a bunch of little fish, heal up,
get
and
your
then
health
come
back.
and
come back. Yeah, that's what I was doing a lot.
Yeah,
in the beginning, and then after that, I was just destroying everything.
Yeah, once you get to a certain point, and once you basically have met every creature and fought every creature like once or twice. Like I died a couple times to the orca. I died to that first alligator several times.
Yeah,
I died to one of the sharks a couple of times. But once you get used to their combat style, get used to how they fight, and get used to all those things, you really can just go through the game so easily.
Yeah, honestly, once you're 5 hours in, you're basically good to destroy everything you do.
Yeah.
So it's a really short game. I kind of wished it was a little longer. I do actually wish there was more into it, because I was like, man, I'm having so much fun. Oh, I'm already at level cap. I'm already there. So that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I kind of wanted more designable, like more armor sets, more everything. It's cool to mix and match the armor sets, but it's not useful because you get a bonus for having
you get
the
huge bonuses for having the entire set.
Yeah, so there's no point in mixing and matching. Like, I feel like they did a really bad job when they came to the RPG element, because it's cool, you're a shark, you get to bite things, but as the RPG element goes, you really don't do too much upgrading.
I wonder, because actually I heard that this game was actually kind of a spin-off of another game from this studio called Depth.
Okay.
And the game Depth, the way that it was divers versus sharks. And you either played as a diver or a shark, and you had to fight each other.
Interesting.
And it was kind of one of those kind of things.
I think the shark is going to win.
Almost kind of like an Evolve kind of thing.
Yeah.
Almost. Which I don't know if it's exactly that style or not, because I actually haven't seen gameplay or played the game at all. But they really went more towards RPGing the shark a little bit. But I think it was almost just like a test in the water to see if we would like something like this. Like, I really think this game is a stepping stone to a bigger game down the road.
I'm really hoping if they do a second one, they put more customization in there. Maybe make a multiplayer mode. That would be fucking sweet. Yeah. No multiplayer in this game. 10 hours, you're done. I wouldn't say it's replayable again. I don't think it's a game that I'd play over and over and over again. Maybe once or twice.
I would play it maybe every once in a while, or just have like a fun night with, like, if you're hanging out with your friends and you want something like fun to do, just swap off the controller, just have them play and just drink and watch them laugh at everything Chris Parnell says.
Yeah. I would say it's worth the buy if it's like $20 too. I wouldn't say spend full price on it.
I bought it full price. I love this game.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's just not worth the full price, I don't think.
Are we going into ratings it?
Yeah, let's go into ratings. So this is not a very long game, so I don't have a lot to say about it. It is a really fun game. Yeah, I will say if you can borrow it from someone, do it. It's a lot of fun to play. If you have to buy it, I would say don't spend full price, but if you want to, if you're a supporter of the game companies, spend full price, get it. It's still fun either way. So what's your rating?
I definitely rate this game really highly. I did buy it full price right when it came out. I was one of the people who bought it right off release. I saw the gamer ranks before you buy of the game.
Yeah. And
I just thought it sounded way too amazing and way too much fun, and it really was. It's just a lot of done fun, and for $40, like, honestly, that's a night out. That's a night out going to the movies, and you get 10 hours of fun with it. It's not a full price game. If it was a $60 game, I'd probably say I wouldn't, but I would say if it's on sale, just buy it.
Yeah, sale definitely.
I mean, if you don't want to spend $40 on it, I understand, because it's not a long campaign. Yeah. It is a lot of repetitive stuff, and there's not a lot of variety. But if you can get it on sale, buy this game. You will have so much fun with it. If you've ever wanted to go into a shark frenzy and go into those ridiculous shark stuff, then just it's so much fun to do. Yeah, I would rate it pretty. I think it's our highest rated game that we've played so far. Yeah. Behind maybe Pokemon Red. Yeah. It had none of the glitches that Pokemon Red had, so that was nice. But it's just the most fun I've had playing a game up to this point. And it's the one I haven't played before, so it was even more fun playing it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely higher than Two Worlds. I mean, that's... Oh, yeah. I think Two Worlds right now is our low point for games. Yep. Banjo and Two Worlds are at the low point. I'd say they're about equal with how shitty they were. And then the high point is going to be Maneater. I will give it that. Maneater, the entire time I played it, and I think you can say the same. Yeah. I didn't have any bugs, any glitches, any loading things that messed up. Like, the loading screens weren't long either. Like, nothing in this game was It's mostly open world concept with a few loading screens that come in, because the open world's not always perfect. We figured that out with Two Worlds, obviously. Yeah. But, yeah, just get this game. Just play this game. Yeah, seriously. Play it. Get it. If it's on sale, I would say he says full price, but I say sale or borrow it from a buddy. And honestly, if you are interested in seeing clips of it and stuff like that, one of the video channels on YouTube that I highly suggest for everyone who wants to, like, video content and stuff on video games, Gameranks does before you buys for almost every video game, especially all new video games. And they do, like, they're like 10-minute videos, and they go really in depth without any spoilers. Showcasing gameplay on different consoles even and stuff like that. They talk about the good things, the bad things. They compare it to other games that you might like, and I think they just do a really good job. And honestly, they're the reason I bought this game. Yeah. So yeah, our next week game, which is Slender the Arrival. So we decided to do a couple weeks of horror since we're in Halloween season. I don't know if this is really a horror game, but we're gonna find out. oh, this is a
It's
horror
a scary game for sure. I think it's more suspenseful.
That's true. I am a bitch and a half when it comes to horror games, and I will fully admit that.
Yeah.
So we're doing Slender, which I have avoided playing Slender.
Yeah,
my entire life.
I've never played this game, by the way.
I've watched it played probably 15 times just because I'm a huge horror fan of like horror movie fan, but I just hate playing them myself.
Yeah.
But
I've literally never played this game or watched it, so I'm really excited to go in and see how horrifying it is. I am going to be not streaming it, but I'm going to be recording it.
Posting it on our channel, right?
Yeah, we're posting it on our channel as I go through it. So it's going to be an interesting first time playthrough for me because I have no idea what's going to happen.
And I'm going to be playing this on my channel, The Gooey Magoo.
The Gooey Magoo.
Yes, The Gooey Magoo.
And
I'm also going to be putting highlights of my gameplays on our channel, and then we are going to play a little bit of the game together and post that on our channel as well. So we wanted to have a little bit more interactive with this one just because it is a horror game, and this is a game that's not a lot of explanation to it. There's not a lot of like story to it, so we wanted to really show you guys what we do and how we play the games, and you can tell us how bad we suck or how great we are.
Yeah, or how funny we are playing the games, or how horribly not funny we are.
Or you can just laugh and call me a bitch the entire time because I'll probably just be like,
no, there he is! There he is!
No!
So next week will be Slender the Arrival. We want to thank you guys again for listening this week. We hope you liked this episode. If you liked it, please rate, review, give us whatever you can.
Give us the thumbs up.
Yeah, comments, guys. Comments is what we want. We want to stop picking these games. These games are hard to pick every week. Give us some games that you'd like to see us play. We've got some ones in the work. Of course, I still want to do ET at some point, but we got to wait till our 1,000 whatever we're going for, 1,000 follows.
I'll lower it down to 100. We get 100 subscribers, I will play ET.
Okay, yeah.
I will buy us ET each too. Like,
okay.
I
don't know if we can buy them.
Or yeah, I guess
I have no idea if they're. I know they're in New Mexico.
They destroyed most of them.
Yeah,
they recalled
a lot
and destroyed
of them.
Most
a
of
lot
them.
of them. I don't know about most of them, but a lot of them.
But yeah, no. I if we get 100 subscribers, I will play ET.
Yeah, I really want to.
The worst game of all time.
I've never seen gameplay of it, and I've only heard it's bad.
And it's terrible. It's Pitfall meets Two Worlds.
No, what? No.
Oh god, it's so bad.
I'm so excited. I'm excited to play it when we do. That'll be in the future, though.
It is the dumbest game of all time.
For now, Slender the Arrival next week, and then we'll pick a game, another horror game for the following week.
Yes.
To do our double Halloween special.
Exactly.
But yeah, seriously, guys, rate, review, give us some comments. Please. We appreciate you guys listening, though. So
thank you.
You know, this is Soul of a Gamer signing out.
I love you.